Thanks to those joining me live and to those that'll be joining me on Archive D Style here. Make sure you throw a jab at that like button. Throw a 1-2 at the share button and share my video. Throw a hook right at that bell button. That way you're notified every single time D Style comes on live. Wow. 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 Just wow. All right. This is something else, man. This announcement is really something else. If you go to Twitter at Bronze Bomber, that's where the source is at. I mean, this tells you everything. People are saying, "Oh, it's just a tweet." We have the president of the United States. Yeah, he's a bozo, but he tweets. So what if it's tweet? Information is information, right? Man. Bronze Bomber tweets, one foul to his knee, the other two on his back. If you got questions, then we run it back. Hashtag Bomb Squad. Hashtag we working. Hashtag till this day. Hashtag King. All contracts have been signed already. It's officially on. Deontey Wilder saying, line them up. Line them up. And it will fall like dominoes. At least that's the feeling he projects here. He's confident. I haven't really, I could be wrong, but I haven't really seen something like this in a long time in boxing. In a long time. This is some serious nerve, what he just did. This is in a good way, but it's some serious nerve. To come out, you're going to fight King Kong Ortiz, which I believe he'll win that fight. And then you're going to fight Fury right out. It's already lined up. Nobody in boxing is lined up in any division right now. Bam, bam, two tough fights to go. And they're signed and delivered. Win, lose, or draw. We're going to go to this guy next. That is, you have to put respect in his name. Anyone who isn't, you're not being fair. All right? You're not. You're purposely just ignoring this. This is anyone who purposely ignores this and doesn't give credit where credit is due, you're just trying too hard. I don't give a damn what reason you have to not give this man his credit. I don't give a shit if Wilder fans get on your nerves or the LDBC this or what. I don't give a shit. You should give this man his respect. Who cares about the beefs you have online? Just all bullshit aside, you give this man his respect. He is lined up to fight Ortiz, and then he's lined up to fight Fury. Name me one fighter. Look, I'm not saying there isn't, but I want you to name them because I don't know of any. Name me one fighter that has two back-to-back fights already signed against two top 5 opponents. Name me one. One. I see Keith Thurman talking about taking a whole year break after he fights fucking Pacquiao, right? You see Pacquiao saying, "Oh, I'm gonna fight Keith Thurman, and then I'm gonna fight this other dude. I'm gonna fight Crawford right after." You don't see that. You don't see anyone doing it. No one's doing this. Name me one guy. Name me one in the last 5 years. Name me one in the last 10 years. Name me one. One fighter. 4 years. Oh, we need a knockout artist at heavyweight. You got it. 4 years. Oh, we need a guy that'll take on all comers. You got it. Oh, we need like, geez, like, what else do you want? What else do you want? What else do you want? AJ, like you guys, like they offered AJ the money he asked for, $50 million, and AJ didn't want to do it. All right, that's not debatable. Like you guys are making it debatable because you either A, don't like Wilder, B, you have beef with fans of Wilder, or C, you have beef with both, right? Stop the nonsense. This guy deserves his respect. This is what we've been asking the fighters, right? Oh, don't take care of her. Oh, just go out there and test yourself against the best. That's what he's doing. That's exactly what this man is doing. Lined up. Look at this. Lined up. Line them up. Next tweet. By no means am I looking past Ortiz. He's a dangerous fighter, but I am looking through him. Window shopping. Shit. I'm the best. Ain't no question. Guessing. What other champion gives you what you're missing? Another tweet at Bronze Bomber. Well, as I always say, I'm the realest champion in the business. And as I've mentioned before, I must handle all my controversial fights ASAP. I don't think there's much controversy in King Kong Ortiz, to be honest with you, but fine. Some people say it's controversial. It's not, but let's say it is. All right. And Fury fight, definitely controversial. All right. We're going to settle it in the ring, folks. They're going to settle it in the ring. Enough debating about who won the fight. Who cares? We're going to do it the old-fashioned way. The old-fashioned way isn't debating and arguing and it's okay. There's doubt. That's the whole reason that we have. That's why rematches exist. There's doubt. It's unclear. Whatever. Okay, fine. Do the fight again. All right. And believe me, believe this. All right. These fights are going to make some noise. Okay. They're going to make some noise, folks. A lot of shit is going to, by the time he gets to the Fury fight, a lot of shit is going to change. A lot of shit's going to change. For all you that are rolling with the zone and Joshua, okay, what's that saying? Yeah, you picked the losing side. That's what happened. And believe me, people want to see Wilder fight right now. He is gaining some momentum here. Right? They've been lighting that match for a while. Once it catches, okay, there is no stopping the forest fire. Once it catches, there is no stopping the forest fire, folks. They're lighting them up. If anything, all fighters like you should be hoping that this works. You should be hoping that there's a lot of attention for this, that he is successful in this, because that will, as other fighters see that he gets rewarded for this and makes money for this, becomes one of the highest paid fighters in the sport for this, then maybe we'll have fighters in other divisions, hell, even the same ass fucking division, right? Motivated to start announcing tough fights, start announcing another tough fight after that tough fight. And maybe there'll be a forest fire that can't be stopped. Maybe some kids will start getting inspired and look up to these fighters and start picking up a pair of boxing gloves, hitting those boxing gyms. And we don't have to keep seeing numbers drop in boxing participation around the world because everything, okay, there is an echo effect in all of this. This is unprecedented. This is not, I'm not. This is not hyperbole. It's not an exaggeration. Name me one fighter that announced not only one tough fight, but two tough fights coming up. What you got? Joshua's fighting Ruiz. We'll be talking about that fight tomorrow. You know, okay fight. At the end of the day, the Miller fight, got canceled. Man, is the scenery is changing quick, man. Like, it's already about the USA when it comes to heavyweight boxing, right? It's crazy how quickly shit changed. First of all, I hate to say I told you so, but I told you so. Okay, I told you that this is where it's at. Obviously, AJ and Hearn agree because they're bringing their talents to the U.S. All right, so there you go. I was right. You were wrong. Ha ha. Okay, you can have all the stadiums you want. It don't mean shit. Shouldn't be watching fights in a stadium anyway. All right. That damn gimmick is so worn out. It's crazy. All right, let's get away from the stadiums and start making great fights. It's like everything else, whether it's Hollywood, entertainment, hell, our greatest athletes, when you get big here, you're big everywhere. All right? Boxing, no exception. Back to Wilder. His pinned tweet says, to all my fans, I want to announce that Luis Ortiz and I have signed for a rematch. With a date and site to be announced shortly, all my controversial fights must be dealt with ASAP. Hashtag bomb squad. It's crazy. You got to be honest, man. A couple years ago, we actually covered those Olympics here, but when I saw Deontey Wilder, fight his way to a bronze medal in the Olympics, I would not have guessed this. Like this is not. I would not have said, "Oh yeah, this guy's going to be like." I wouldn't have guessed. Like I knew there was a chance he could become champion, but I never thought like this. Right? I never thought. I just didn't think like this is where he would be, and how much of a force he would be. If there's boxing gods, they have answered the prayers. Right? Like somewhere along the way, this dude was gifted with a gauntlet, right? This dude was gifted with a fucking gauntlet with all freaking infinity stones. And with a snap of a finger, he could end you, right? You are born with this power. This power is not taught. Like there's no such thing as, you go to a boxing gym and and get taught how to have this, like, knockout. It's not a thing you learn. You could hit harder than you do, but like, there's no school, there's no trainer, there's nothing that teaches you this power. Nothing. You're just born with it, and if you're born with it, you must wonder if you're destined for it. You must have been born with it for a reason. You ever wonder if things are just meant to be? Maybe it's just meant to be. We're not gonna get philosophical here, but makes you wonder. It does make you wonder. What's up, D-Style says DJ Mejano de Texas. Water must be CTV whether you love or hate him. He's must see TV. I agree. Haplotype. Capital Tyson, are we sure this is really happening? Well, apparently it is. Wilder doesn't have a history of lying like Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn says fights are done all the time, and then they turn out not to be done. And then you call him out for being a liar, then all his fans come out, oh, he didn't really say that. I mean, he might have strongly implied it, but he didn't say it. I mean, sure, he said it, but he didn't, like, say it. Like Eddie Hearn said that. Eddie Hearn didn't lie. You know, Eddie Hearn had two fingers crossed behind his back. His index finger and his middle finger were crossed in the back on his back. You know, he didn't really mean what he said. You misinterpret what he said. All right, let me roll back the tape. You know, roll back the tape. Play the audio clips of Eddie Hearn blatantly lying. Right? Like, you can't. The other day, I was talking about White freaking Fury because I thought, according to Hearn, like apparently everybody thought that the fight was a done deal. Even the supporters thought it was a done deal. And then what happened? Turned out it wasn't a done deal. And then they come out and say, well, he didn't say it. You know, he winked twice while he said it. Okay, when you wink twice while you say it, it doesn't really count. You know, like they'll come up with this. And then when you corner them and you prove that Eddie Hearn was lying, okay, they turn around and they say things like, well, so what? All promoters are liars. Like, well, then what the fuck were you defending them for? What are you talking about? Like, they get so butthurt when you. So obviously, when Deontey Wilder announces something, it obviously happens. Remember, Deontey Wilder said, "Yeah, we're going to fight Fury," and Eddie Hearn came out. I don't really believe the fight's going to happen. I don't even believe Wilder is not going to fight Fury. Wilder is not going to fight Fury. I don't believe the fight's going to and then what do you have? All the Hearn fans, yeah. Wilder's going to pull out. Wilder has no history of pulling out of fights, by the way, right? But they're already like oh, they were convinced because Eddie told them, right? That you know, Eddie, he always does his shit. The whole inside source and, you know, talking about like Joe Habib exposed him as a liar. Okay, like these dudes are dumb, bro. Right? The dude lies saying that half of the tickets to, you know, Wilder versus the Brazil were comped. Now, let's analyze this for a moment, right? First of all, it's not his event. What does he care to begin with, right? But he's obviously trying to undermine the event. Okay, that's obviously what he's trying to do. Yeah, I don't really believe it. Half of the tickets were comped. Like, says who? There's no way Eddie could have gotten that information. All right, none. Eddie's just hating like the rest of you, just making shit. He just makes shit up. One moment he says, "Well, we had no proof of funds." Okay, and then they all swing off his nutsack, right? Just swinging on acrobatics off the fucking nuts, right? I mean, they're swinging off of Joshua's nuts, acrobatics in the air. They land on AJ's nuts, swing off of them, okay, acrobatics in the air. I mean, these dudes, it's amazing. 2 months later, like, Hearn makes them look stupid, saying that, oh, no, we never questioned the funds, he said. Like, who just makes up, like, President of Showtime comes out. Yeah, it was totally it was a real deal. No, it was just a tweet from Wilder. Like, shut up. Well, Wilder just tweeted that he's going to fight Fury, and a couple days ago that he's going to fight Ortiz. All right? Guess what? Trump tweeted that he's going to raise tariffs on China. Guess what happened? The tariffs were raised. Okay, like, you guys, like, tweeting something doesn't mean it's a lie, right? You know what's a lie? When you say a lie. Saying a lie is a lie. Whether you say it, whether you tweet it, whether you quote unquote post it, Well, whether you say it on YouTube, whether you say it in person, on this channel, on that channel, it doesn't matter. Okay, on any social media, in person, on camera, whatever, on print, if you lie, you lie. Right? And Eddie Hearn is a liar. I don't question, I don't think Deontey Wilder's lying that the fight's official when he says it's signed. Right? So because he doesn't have a history of blatantly lying. So what? All promoters lie. Then what the fuck were you doing? Like defending the dude the whole time. That's like the last line of defense. All right, he lied, but all promoters lie. Yeah, well, guess what? I'm not here defending promoters. Like, do you see these styles saying, "Oh, did I ever come on and say, oh, Aram and never lies"? And Aram's literally the dude that said yesterday I was lying, today I'm telling the truth. He literally said that. Seriously. Let's read some more comments here. Yo, ¿qué pasa? Said somebody. All right. Brown God says, and that gift keeps getting broken. Sooner or later, that gift he was born with, he was destined with, is going to be gone. I guess we'll see. Eddie Allen, there's a reason basketball games aren't at big ass stadiums. It's just would it be a good experience? It works for soccer and football because of how big the fields are. Thank you. AJ10, I hate that argument. Well, you are right, but all promoters are liars. It's gay. Oral 7, that English accent is priceless, bro. I'm not even saying it's good, but sometimes it just has that effect, Boxing conversation with Reggie Owens in the house has a YouTube channel. All right, you guys click on his name right there in the chat, and go ahead and subscribe. All right. Let's see. Bob Arum knows about building stadiums for fights. Remember that shit? Like today, like we think about it, and we're like, yeah, like what was with Arum saying that they can't do the Mayweather Pacquiao fight unless they build a stadium in fucking Vegas? Like now, it sounds stupid. Like everybody agrees that was like dumb, right? And it was a dumb reason to avoid the fight. But back then, like you had Pactar swear up and down that like it was the best. Not only was it a good idea, it was the best idea. I'm telling you, no one in 5 years, no one's gonna admit that they were agreeing with Eddie Hearn. Like you're not gonna find anybody, right? You're not gonna find anyone. It isn't gonna happen, folks. It isn't gonna happen. You need some time to build a good stadium. Like, yeah, we waited fucking for nothing. Thanks a lot. No, but this style. You don't understand this style. Like, what are you guys gonna say now? Give this man his respect. All right, give it to him. Man, this is crazy. With that said, guys, let's see what Haplotype said. They are actually building a stadium in Vegas, which is was just there, but not for not the Pacquiao fight. Is that for the Raiders? I'm assuming for the now Oakland Raiders, soon Las Vegas Raiders. Sounds kind of weird, but maybe there will be a fight, there in a stadium. You'll never catch me dead, okay, at a fight in a stadium unless I can get, close ringside seats. Okay? Unless I can get close ringside seats, you're not going to catch me there, folks. It ain't going to happen. No way. So listening live right now, take a moment, thumbs up the video. Remember, tomorrow, I don't want to put them on a spot, right? But if Haplotype is available, he has to be available, of course. Then we'll be covering Joshua versus Ruiz. right? And if the zone fucks up while I'm doing it, okay, trust me, I'm gonna talk shit about the zone. That's right. But these style stadiums have the atmosphere. You can sing songs. Have a little type just said that he's down. Look at that. Look, guys, boxing is not meant like for stadiums. No, but these style. Back in the day, Jack Johnson fought in stadiums. Yeah, that's before they had fights on TV. They wanted to maximize the amount of people that can watch the fight live. Now we have these amazing HD cameras where you don't maximize the amount of people eyeballs that watch it in an arena. You maximize it on television or streaming, whatever you want to call it. Different era. It's not necessary anymore. All right. It's just not necessary. The like back in the day, they would build a temporary stadium for like a big $1 million fight. You know, but back when millions were worth more, right? It's different now. That's not like that was pay per view back in the day. To pay for the fight to see it. It was the only way to pay to see the fight. You couldn't. There was no other way. There was radio, I guess. Although I don't even think radio for boxing goes back that far. Right? I think you would have to. I could be wrong. I actually not 100% sure, but I think you would have to go back to the 30s to consistently get boxing fights over the radio. I could be wrong about that. I'll be honest, but I don't think there was any. I don't believe they announced Jack Dempsey fights over the radio. All right. If I'm wrong about that, then I'm wrong about that. But I just don't believe that. Sweet Caroline. Ba, ba, ba. I would stay here and listen to these stuff. All I did was sing Sweet Caroline. I want to see 15 thumbs up in the next minute, or I'm going to sing Sweet Caroline. I'm going to do it. Okay, I'm going to put you through that. Okay? I'm going to put you through that shit if you don't jab that like button right now. I think you guys want me to sing. Is that what you're saying? Are you crazy? Have you heard me sing? That's Joe Louis, 30s. Yeah, you're right, Reggie Owens. But I don't know if before that, if they were over, if that was the case. I don't know. That'll be interesting, actually. All right. I actually do want to start a series, right, on like shit that we all wonder about. Why is that rule exist? Now, why does the rule of not ducking below your opponent's waist exist? I'm sure there's a really good reason. I think it has a lot to do with that, like bringing your head up and hitting your opponent with it or something. But and not being available as a target to punch as well. But I just want to see the origins of that, right? I do want to know when boxing was being broadcasted over radio. I definitely want to know that as well, right? No doubt. Be prepared for an awful DAZN commentary tomorrow, and they will talk shit. Let me tell you something. Don't listen to the DAZN commentary. Just watch the fight. I can't help you with the horrible camera angles. Maybe they've improved that. Maybe. Right? You tune in. You listen to D-Style. Call that fight. All right? That's why you're subscribed to D-Style Boxing. You already subscribed. You already hit that notification button. You hit that bell button. So you can be notified and you could, just listen to me. Listen to me. Watch the fight with me. Okay? And get some objectivity. Get some real commentary. With all the hype bullshit without pumping up the house fighter and like I ain't interested in that. I'm not gonna have the fucking thing blasting. I'm gonna be watching the fight with my own eyes and calling a fight. And I want you guys to be here to watch this fight with me tomorrow. And Haplotype will be in the house too, right? Unless his own fucks up, and then we're all fucked. But you know what? We'll see. Look, but I could guarantee you this: like this fight, okay, it's not gonna blow. It's not gonna blow up. The zone. Like it'll be okay. It'll be all right. I believe Dempsey versus Carpet here was the first Radio Brock title fight. It could be all right. There was a time where only heavyweight fights were on radio, right? Other fights started to come along, and mainly heavyweight boxing would be covered, and with some exceptions here and there. But over time, little by little, the other divisions started gaining momentum, and they started gaining attention. With Robinson accolades like pound for pound, a lot of great, rich history. This sport has just changed the whole dynamic of the way we appreciate and watch combat sports. Other combat sports, on all bullshit aside, all right, the concept of weight classes and appreciating the lower weight classes. I mean, UFC had a huge head start. Dana White and Fertitta started creating weight classes. People already appreciated fighters in lower weight classes. So you got boxing, but right now we're talking heavyweights. Okay, heavyweight boxing is back, folks. It's back. It really is. It's a good time to be a boxing fan. At the moment, especially for heavyweight boxing. Especially for heavyweight boxing. I hope tomorrow the Andy Ruiz fans come to the live chat. Yeah, I wanted to come in, talk shit about how I don't know what I'm talking about, and then I just slowly see them disappear. As a fight progresses. I would love to see that. Oh, D-Style, you're a traitor to your own. And like, okay. I just call shit how I see it. Right? Like, look, if you're looking for some dude to just pick Andy Ruiz just because he's Mexican, okay, like, I'm not the guy. If I thought Andy Ruiz was going to win this fight, I would say so. All right? He's not going to win. Believe me, my batting average is more important to me than just picking somebody just because like it's not what I do. That's not what this channel's about. Okay, and you guys know that. You guys know this. It's a 50-50. You got people walking around talking about this is a 50-50 fight. You got to be shitting me. Haplotype says, no offense to his fans, but Ruiz's body is pretty disgraceful. He's good in spite of it, but his arms are also shorter than mine. Andy Ruiz weighs 20 more pounds than Joshua. I want you guys to think about that for a second. Oh, but he's lost a lot of weight. Okay. So what? So what? I saw that weigh-in, and there's something about weigh-ins that just makes you kind of put shit in perspective. And I saw it, and I was just like so disappointed. It's like this day's gonna come. Like the day that you fight, one of the best fighters in your division for a championship, if not the best, one of or the best. We don't know who the best is yet because they haven't fought yet, right? But this day is gonna come, and this is like when the day comes. This is you're easily carrying 30 extra pounds of weight. Easily. Oh no, Batista, he came in heavier because he wants to, be stronger in the clinch. Like who's buying that? No one's buying that. No one is. I'm not. I'm not buying it. Dude's gonna be tired by round 5. He's gonna be tired. Ruiz has gotten away with his weight because he's been either more skillful than his fighters, or there wasn't that much separation between the skills. If you're very skilled, all right, you can, you know, find ways to not exert that much energy in this fight. He is. So yes, it's disappointing. Of course it is. So that's that. Oh, but these style, like, there's no buts. That's it. Wilder's gonna beat Ortiz. He's gonna win by mid-round stoppage. Shit's gonna get hot, and then he's gonna move on to fight Fury. That's a close fight, man. It's not a foregone conclusion who wins that fight. I'm favoring Wilder in that fight. But that is as close to a 50-50 fight, I believe. I'm 55% Wilder, 45% Fury in that fight. So that is a dangerous fight, man. AJ10, is there a channel that only picks the Mexican fighters? I want to see how they convince how Andy Ruiz will. I don't know. I don't know if that channel exists. And if it did, it probably skipped this fight. Terence Crawford has the same reach as Andy Ruiz. Doesn't have that much reach, but I'll say this. Those short arms might benefit him on the inside. When he gets inside, he could do some work there, but I just don't see it, man. I just don't. He's going to be punching. Now that's going to use so much energy. Crazy stuff. All right. Anyways, guys, thanks for those that joined me here. I do appreciate it. It is getting late, but I'll be on tomorrow morning. I'll do something. I want to talk about that Orlando Salido fight. I'm going to do a video on that for sure. I'll do it tomorrow. By the way, how about Orlando Salido? Right? Holy shit. Now, granted, him winning the title's proof that we got too many fucking titles, right? At this age, like, it's crazy. Like how that dude was a champion, I don't know. Okay, I'm not trying to down the guy, and he's a warrior and all that, but not every warrior needs to be the champion. Okay, but man, you got to feel good for Orlando Salido nonetheless. You got to feel good for him nonetheless. Great guy too. He's a great guy. I remember I did a translation for an interview with the Ropeador Radio, and I was translating, and he's a good dude, man. Good dude. Can't help but feel good for him. Even if the title picture's watered down, it's still a hell of an accomplishment to become a world champion. Even now, even as watered down as the sport is, like it's still a hell of an accomplishment. But like not just anybody could jump in there and do it. Like, you know what I mean? So, man, great stuff. But I do want to watch the whole. I haven't been able to watch the whole fight, so I want to watch the whole fight. I see like the last 3 rounds. I want to watch the whole thing. And then I'll come on here and talk about it tomorrow morning for sure. Orlando Salido. All right. Man. Great stuff, man. Great stuff. Look at that. Let me pull something up really quick. All right. First of all, who's the one? I got a riddle for you guys. It's going to sound a little Paul Heyman-ish, but who is the one in 13 and 1? Who's the one in 13 and 1? Who can answer my riddle? Somebody in the chat. Who is the one in 13 and 1. You're right, AJ10. He destroyed the Juanma Gamboa fight. No, nobody told Salido like, that's the fight we got to make. He didn't get that memo. You guys don't know, huh? King Hippo's got this. Is boxing now. King Hippo. Who's the 1 and 13? And like nobody knows who's the 1 and 13 and 1. Boxing Dialogue, Salido Loma, Orlando Salido. It should be Orlando, the 1 and 13 and 1. Salido, like that'll be great, man. Look, you gotta admit that's awesome. El 1 en 13 y 1, Salido. And no matter how many times Lomachenko wins, you just change the nickname. Like the 1 and 14 and 1. You just keep going. That's what I would do. The grand 1 and 13 and 1. Man, I'm going to be doing a video about the 1 and 13 and 1 tomorrow. You guys stay tuned for that. Right? Great stuff, man. Great stuff. Holy shit. I don't want to give away too much, but got to feel good for Orlando Salido, man. He is like awesome, man. He's awesome. He lives in Phoenix, Arizona, by the way. But anyway, with that said, guys, you guys got any other questions? I don't know. Shoot them out there. Before I roll out. Salido for the Hall of Fame. I mean, if you got Arturo Gotti's in the Hall of Fame, I mean, how are you not going to have Salido? Huh? That's it, guys. Anyway, that's that. This is D Style, and I'm out of here. Peace.